This is my 2008 ZX10R, and it's time to say goodbye to it. I'm going to use its parts to restore my 1994 ZX7 in Project ZX7 X series. I do apologize to my ZX10 community. The decision was not an easy one, but I hope you can understand. Now, let's begin Volume 2, Chapter 1, where I dismantle my 2008 ZX10R. Yeah. We will initiate with Plan A, which involves completely emptying the tank's fuel using a battery-operated fuel transfer pump. Yeah. Plan B it is. 50 years ago, when we had to suck fuel out of a gas tank, we literally had to suck fuel out of a gas tank. And that was because we couldn't afford two hoses. But in today's demonstration, we're gonna blow the fuel out of a gas tank. And all you need is two hoses, a gas container, and of course, a tank full of fuel. Yeah. Place one hose into the fuel container and the other end into the gas tank, deep as possible. Put the second hose in the gas tank, deep as possible, and leave the other end free. Cover the opening with a cloth and make it airtight. Then blow into the free end of the second hose. And voila! Fuel's flowing. To siphon all the gas, you might have to blow with more force. But don't overdo it, or you might feel lightheaded. Are we dumb enough to try this again? Of course! Okay, time to sit down. Rule number 1, always disconnect the battery. Do the positive terminal first, followed by the negative. Next, disconnect the steering stabilizer or dampener in some places. Loosen one and then the other. One bolt has a washer, the other one doesn't. This is what we call, in racing world, saving weight. Lift up the fuel tank and prop it up with a rod or screwdriver. And always put the bolts back. I elevated the fuel tank just enough to get to the fuel line connector, but not too much to avoid putting pressure on it and making it harder to remove. This looks like a good amount of tension. Disconnect the fuel pump. The hose, the clip has a little indentation there. So what you do is pull the tabs to the side with your finger, and at the same time pull the screwdriver down. And then just wiggle the line loose. Don't forget to disconnect the fuel drain hose. And finally, the rear fuel tank bolt. The fuel tank should come off. Transfer the bolt, the collar, and the fuel dampers back onto the fuel tank. Prepare to be quadruply amazed. And with that, we close the book on Volume 2, Chapter 1. Stay tuned in the next chapter of the series as I dismantle my 2008 ZX10R. Thank you. Stay safe.